Hello there. Recently, Roblox announced their age verification system, and along with it, the age brackets for chatting in games. Essentially, you have to verify your age using an AI face scan or your government ID. Then you'll be placed in an age bracket and you'll only be able to talk to people that are around your own age. And starting in December, they soft launched this system in 3 countries: Australia, New Zealand, and the Netherlands. Hi, I'm Fumlet. I'm from the Netherlands. So yeah, I'm one of the lucky victims to have this first. And then starting next year, everyone else will be forced to verify their age as well. So since I'm one of the first people to have to go through this, allow me to share my perspective. It's bad, because for whatever reason, Roblox has just straight up decided to not allow me to talk to anyone outside of these 3 countries where this test is taking place. Which means that I literally cannot chat with 99% of the entire player base, or voice chat for that matter. I tried playing this Minesweeper game on Roblox with a friend. He's around my age range, he has his age verified as well, and he's from Italy. And wouldn't you know, we could not communicate through Roblox. You know, Minesweeper, a game where communication is quite important. We literally had to communicate through Discord to beat this Minesweeper map. It's crazy. You know, Roblox, for not wanting people to go off platform, you're doing a pretty good job at doing exactly that. And not just my friends. Every single server that I join is basically a wasteland. Unless it just so happens that there's other Dutch people, you know, people from the Netherlands in that server, I can't see what anyone is saying. And you know what? Me being part of the 3 countries that this test is taking place in is already me getting the short end of the stick. But I get the even shorter end of the stick. You know why? Because Australia and New Zealand, they're huge and they're right next to each other. Everyone from Australia will be put basically in the same server with other Australian people. Me, on the other hand, I'm from the Netherlands, very small country, in the middle of Europe, surrounded by a bunch of other countries, which means that basically every server I join in, there's not a very big chance that there's other Dutch people there. And even if there are, what are the chances they're actually speaking in chat? Because they also think that there's no one else that can actually hear them. I did this recording on a Battlegrounds game, and at around 40 minutes in, I decided to join some public servers to see what happens. And for the entire 23 minutes that I spent in this public server, not a single message has been sent in chat. Maybe there has been a message sent, but I just wasn't able to see it. The only message that actually appeared in chat, I didn't open it during the recording, is the notification that only people in similar age groups can chat with you. 20 minutes of gameplay, not a single person talking. And that's just that recording. I've been living with this for 8 days already because it's the 8th of December. And I've had very long gameplay sessions where maybe 1 or 2 messages have been sent in the chat during the entire time of me playing, which was multiple hours. Not even voice chat works. Take Mic Up, for example, a game where you can use your voice chat to interact with other people and have conversations and make new friends. I'll join this right now and you will see. Look, you see all these people here. They're not saying a single word. Are you seeing this? These people, right now, they are all having nice conversations with each other. While to me, it just looks like people, they're just standing here. And I can't hear any of it. It is genuinely weird, almost terrifying to walk around in these servers and just be met with a deafening silence. And I'm meant to live with this for a month, for whatever reason. A couple days ago, I was playing The Forge, and a few of my friends actually joined my server, and I had to watch them all group up together, probably talking to each other, and I was just standing there from a distance, not getting any of it. I couldn't hear them, I couldn't see what they were saying in chat. It's depressing. I genuinely feel isolated from basically everyone in my server, and I have to live with this for a month. You know, most people watching my videos are from America or other countries aside from the Netherlands or New Zealand or Australia. And most of you guys know that this is happening, but almost none of you guys know what it's like. So there you go. I just described it. It's depressing. Okay, but in a month, in 2026, everyone else in the world will be put into the system and I will be able to talk with everyone again, right? Amazing. But then still, the current problems with the system persist. Let me just give you an idea of how bad of a system this is. Many people will still not be able to talk with some of their friends anymore because, you know, these age brackets that are being put in, they don't cover everyone who talks with each other. There's probably enough people who are 21 who have 17-year-old friends. But because they're not in the same age bracket, they can't talk with each other anymore. And this is just for existing friendships. I've personally made a lot of very long-lasting friendships over Roblox over the past couple of years. And some of these friendships from 2026 and onward will just simply no longer be able to be made by a lot of people. I can't talk with you guys anymore because I'm 19, but most of my viewers are pretty young. This is a problem that I have right now because I can't talk to people in general right now, but even in a month when everyone else is being put into these brackets, the problem is still there. I've had people come up to me in game saying nothing, and the only thing I can assume is that they were a fan of me, trying to talk to me, maybe ask me to get a screenshot, and I was just standing there and I could not see a single thing that they were saying. And there's a good chance that they don't even know that I can't see their messages, so they just think that I'm straight up ignoring them, which is not something that I'm trying to do. Most of you guys can no longer come up to me, say hi, or ask for a screenshot, or talk to me in general. Any of those things will no longer be possible. Not just socially, but also for my videos, since a lot of funny moments that happen in my videos come from interactions with other players. And now those are simply no longer possible, at least for the majority of people playing Roblox, since, you know, Roblox is majorly played by young individuals. Okay, but these are just my personal problems as a YouTuber with fans. There's also a lot of problems that this poses for Roblox as a whole. Think of it, a lot of social games will die, since half of the server won't be able to talk with each other anymore. The AI, of course, can get your age wrong. It's still just an AI, and it's not a human actually asking for your information. It is a little program that guesses how old you are based on what you look like. And even then, there's still privacy concerns, you know? They say they won't store your data anymore, but who knows how true that is. Not just that, but there's also young children who from an earlier age already get interested in stuff like programming or making games, developing. These bright kids are robbed from learning experience from older and wiser people because they quite literally cannot get into contact anymore. And even if they could chat, they can't even go into Roblox Studio together. And it's not just kids trying to get into developing, it's also existing game studios who are in trouble. Like, okay, let's take the worst example, right? I'm sure that there are plenty of big developers owning game studios that are much older than 21. And I am also pretty sure that those game studios probably have a lot of people who are between 16 and 17 who work for that game. But people above 21 years old can no longer chat with people younger than 18. So how's that gonna work, huh? How are people going to collab on games anymore? The only way to actually bypass these age brackets is by adding people as trusted connections, which for if you're between 13 and 17 is quite simple. You just import a contact or have your friend scan a QR code. But if, for example, I just said a game developer is above 21 years old and one of their developers is around 17, they would have to meet in real life and have each other scan a QR code on their phone. I spoke a little bit about this issue with my mum just to see what she would think, and she compared it to adults being banned from entering any school, including the teachers themselves. Like, is this really the best way to go about this? And I can get so mad about this because this is literally a classic case of one rotten apple ruining the bunch. It is that tiny fraction of people who just simply cannot behave themselves online, who ruin an entire platform for everyone else. And that is what's really annoying me about this. Look, I know it's a very big problem, but I just feel like that this system is way too extreme, and I just refuse to believe that there isn't a better option. To me, this honestly just sounds like a publicity stunt for Roblox to save their own skin, because you know they lost a couple $1 billion recently in stock value, and they just so happen to only take matters now. Coincidence? I think not. Because yes, not allowing people from widely different ages to interact with each other sounds good on paper, but it just doesn't take a very deep look to notice the many flaws that it has, that I literally just all pointed out. And the things I just listed are just the negatives because there's also dangers. It has already been proven that you can trick the AI age verification system to guess your age as higher or lower than you actually are. So what is stopping these people with bad intentions from scanning themselves as a young person and then getting in servers with other young people while they themselves are not actually young? The burning question that I just have at this point about this system is, will it do more good than harm? And honestly, I just think only time will tell. We don't know what's going to happen in the next couple months, but it's clear that Roblox is changing a lot, and maybe not for the better. Thanks for watching.